What is going on, guys? Today I have a really exciting review. That is the Dye DSR Plus.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I'll go soon, soon. Know as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom.
When Dye created the DSR, in my opinion, it was a really big deal because they haven't made a really good mid-range marker, in my opinion, since the PM8. And now they went ahead and upped the ante by creating the DSR Plus. Now the cool thing about the DSR Plus is it improved on the already stellar DSR. And now that they come out with the IM Pro upgrade, as well as a Mech frame, this thing is really an amazing marker for the price. Now starting with the packaging that this thing comes with is really nice. It's a nice hard case, but has a really cool kind of nylon texture. It's all black, which I really like. When you go ahead and open it up, you're gonna see that you have enough for 3 barrel backs and 1 front, which I think personally is all you need, right? So 3 barrel backs and a front that you could put in your case and take it with you, okay? It also comes with a diagram that tells you all about your marker, tells you about the different O-rings and everything like that. Cool thing about this dye marker, and all dye markers for that matter, is they're gonna be color coded. So you know the orange goes here, the green goes here, the blue goes here. It really makes it simple for stupid people like me. Obviously comes with a warranty card that you're gonna wanna send it to Dye, and it also comes with a USB cable to provide updates to your board that you're gonna definitely want because the paintball scene is constantly changing, so you never know what we're gonna shoot next. And it comes with a rebuild kit as well as some lube. Now you're gonna want some more lube because it doesn't come with a whole lot, and when you maintain this marker after every day of play, you're definitely gonna want more, so I highly suggest you invest in some more of that dye lube for your DSR Plus. This style of ASA is what you've seen on a bunch of other dye markers in the past. It really is not my favorite. It's a lot better than what it was from the DM12s and all that good stuff, but still, it's not my favorite. I like pop style ASAs. Everybody knows that. I even think that lever style ASAs are better than this, but it does the job. Now moving on to the grips, I have to say that Dye has the best grip frame. I mean, it feels so good in the hands. I absolutely love it, that hourglass style. And honestly, it's a perfect texture, the happy medium that everyone's looking for in grips. And to me, it's super durable, yet feels really good in the hands. Same goes with the front grip. Front grip that doesn't wiggle around, that fits nice and snug on there, which I really appreciate. The board on this thing, nothing fancy, but it does the job. Honestly, you just want a simple board. Personally, I'd rather have this board than the M3 Plus. That's just me. Simpler the better. I just want it to work. I want it to shoot 10.5 and be done with it. Now this trigger, this is not the stock trigger. It comes with the Edge 2 trigger, which is honestly a really nice trigger. However, this upgrade is a Billy Wing. But if you look at it, it's very similar in shape to the Edge 2. I really like it. It's really easy to walk in. Honestly, Dye has come really far when it comes to their triggers. I used to hate Dye triggers, and now they're actually pretty nice. Now I really like this grip frame. It feels really nice in the hands, has a lot of space. When you're walking the trigger, you're not smacking your fingers on the trigger guard. It feels really nice. They really thought of everything designing this marker. I think they did a fantastic job on this trigger frame as well. Now this comes with the Arc Plus bolt system. Really easy to take out. It's push button in the back. You pull it out. Really easy to maintain, everything like that. Now this also has a Flex SFR solenoid. So what does that allow you to do? Kind of like the GO3 all the way up to the 4. It really allows you to fine tune that shot. It allows you to increase or decrease the airflow so you could have kind of a poppier shot or a really smooth shot. But honestly, I found that this thing shoots absolute butter, whether you have it tuned all the way up or tuned all the way down. It's just an incredible marker, and that feature puts it on par with the Geos, which I think is incredible given this bolt system operates at such a low PSI as well, which is really cool. The feed neck, this does not come standard with a thumb wheel. It's kind of annoying. You have to spin it around, all that stuff. I highly recommend. The one thing you should actually upgrade is this thumb wheel. Other than that, it needs 0 upgrades, okay? But for me, the thumb wheel is essential to go ahead and changing out your hopper and all that good stuff. I just think that having to spin it around is just a huge annoyance. Something that it should have came with is a thumb wheel for the feed neck. Other than that, the feed neck's great. It's low rise. It's a really nice feed neck besides not having a thumb wheel. Now the barrel, it's basically a baby ultralight, right? So this barrel is a 14-inch barrel. It's really nice. It's really well done. You honestly don't need another barrel. It's a 688 back, which is a great barrel size in my opinion for this marker. It's kind of what I usually use, is like a 688, 684 between there. So, I mean, you really don't need to upgrade. Now, as you guys probably know, there's no eye covers, which allows us to make a really, really smooth, solid body marker that I think is really, really nice. But what it does have is it has a Gen 4 eye pipe. Now, the difference between the Gen 4 eye pipe and all the other eye pipes is it's thicker, which means it cracks less, which means you have less issues. On older dye markers, you would tighten the barrel a little bit and you'd crack your eye pipe. Not so much anymore. I haven't really had any issues with this. I do still have cracking on this because I tend to crank down on my marker, but these eye pipes, unfortunately, are not gonna last forever. I highly recommend buying more eye pipes for your dye markers just to have them in your bag just in case one cracks. That way you don't have any eye issues down the road. All right, now that I went over all the specs of this marker, let's get into the nitty gritty. How do you maintain this marker? So here is the Arc Plus. Honestly, really simple to maintain, comes apart in a few pieces, so I'm gonna break it down for you real quick. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna unscrew the can. Once you get the can apart, you're gonna wanna go ahead and remove the soft tip bolt because it's really hard to get through the back, and honestly, you don't really wanna force it. So personally, I go ahead and I remove the soft tip bolt. Now that you remove the soft tip bolt, you wanna go ahead and just push the bolt through. It'll slide right out, really easy. Then you're gonna wanna go ahead and unscrew this back portion. It is sprung. I have the IM Pro kit installed in this marker. You can tell by the more robust spring as well as this red piece here, which I'll go over after I do all the maintenance. And everything will just come apart. From there, you just want to take a microfiber and just clean everything up really, really well. All the dirt, grime, old lube you want to go ahead and remove. This is also a good time to check your O-rings. Is anything frayed, looking jacked up, whatever it might be, you might want to go ahead and replace those O-rings, okay? Just to make things easier on you in the future. Now what I do is I go ahead and lube up everything, right? Make sure you put lube on every single O-ring that you can see, to include the 2 O-rings that are inside this can. Now the front part of the can is really easy to get into. You may have to use your pinky or something to get into the second O-ring on the inside of the can. That's probably the hardest O-ring to get to. Once you're done lubing everything up, you're just gonna go ahead and put it back together in the same way that you took it apart. I like to start with the blue portion that the bolt guide goes into, and I'll go ahead and screw the red portion onto the bolt guide while holding the stem of the bolt guide. Then from there you can screw the blue portion back into the back cap. Take your can, push your soft tip back through, and go ahead and put your soft tip back on your bolt. Then from there you're gonna screw your can back on to the back portion of your bolt system. Then from there, all you gotta do is put the Arc Plus bolt back into your DSR Plus, and you're good to go. Now, like I always say, regulator maintenance is critical to the performance of your marker. I always do it across the board, all my markers, at least every 25 to 50 cases, honestly closer to 50, or whenever I'm having some weird velocity issues with my marker. It's kind of the first thing that I take care of, especially if it's been a while. Luckily for this marker, it's pretty easy. All you're gonna do is look at the grips, there's 2 screws in it, and they're kind of hidden, so you're gonna stick your Allen key in, unscrew both, and take them out of the slots that they fall into. Then from there, you're gonna go ahead and pull the grips forward and back to take the grips off the grip frame. At first, it's kind of difficult, but it really starts to get better as you do it more often. Honestly, it's a really ingenious system and it hides all the screws. It gives it a really, really clean look. And honestly, I've played with the grip frames on without screws in it with 0 issues. But I would always recommend to put the screws in just to make sure everything is secure. So once you take off the grips, you're gonna see 2 screws on each side of the regulator. Go ahead and take those out and the regulator will come out. Unscrew the silver portion of the regulator and you'll see pretty much the entire regulator. You're gonna have this red piece down at the bottom, you're gonna have your piston, and you're gonna have your spring. Your piston's probably gonna be stuck inside the silver portion of your regulator. Go ahead and pull it out. Once again, wipe off all the old lube, clean off the spring, and honestly, that's all you have to do with the spring. And then you're gonna go ahead and lube up both the O-rings on the red portion. There's 1 O-ring on the outside and on the inside. Then you're also gonna lube the O-ring on the piston. Then from there, it's really simple. You just push the red reg seat back down. I like to put the piston back up inside the silver portion, set the spring on top of the reg seat, and then just put the piston down, close it all up, and then go ahead and tighten it down. From there, you just take your 2 screws, put it back in your grip frame, and you've already done regulator maintenance. Super, super easy on this marker. Regulator maintenance should not be complicated anymore. I mean, it never really was, but now it's incredibly easy. There should be no reason why you're not maintaining your regulator. And now, what kind of reviewer would I be if I didn't have the Mech frame? The Mech frame comes in this box. It has a manual of its own, even has some spare parts, all that good stuff, and it comes with the electric single trigger, which personally I will never use ever in the world, not even once. It's gonna stay in the bag forever. Some of you may like it. Me, I don't care. The only time I use a single trigger is when I'm firing Mech because I have to. Other than that, I'm shooting a double trigger because why? That's all I'm gonna say is, why would you? I mean, some people like it. I don't know. I just think it's whatever, it's cool if you wanna do that. Comes with the Mech frame, obviously everything pre-installed except for a regulator ASA that you get to take off of this, which is fun for everyone except for the person doing it. Nice flat face trigger, same exact grips and grip frame and everything. The only thing is, look right here. It's got a little bump, just like the CS2, which honestly, I wish they would have, because they had so much time to think about this, I wish they would have removed that and it was nice and smooth. That would have been nice. It's just, you obviously notice it. Maybe some people like having the little bump there. Personally, it'd be nice if it wasn't there, but it's there. Obviously, because they derived it from this frame, and that's where this trigger guard comes out from. It is what it is. And this thing absolutely rips. I love this grip frame. Besides taking off the regulator, which all you gotta do is take off the grips, take off the regulator like I showed you during maintenance, and stick it on this one. Pretty simple. So once you get on here, then from there you gotta go ahead and remove the grip frame because you gotta put this one on. There's 2 screws. So you're gonna have to remove this bolt, take out the screw there, then you're gonna have to remove the front grip, take out the screw there that's underneath the marker, and then you can go ahead and remove the grip frame. Be careful because there's a wire there. Go ahead, unplug that wire. Now the cool thing about this is it comes with these 2 pegs, right? You install those 2 pegs, finger tight. You can go ahead and swap between the 2 grip frames without unscrewing anything as far as the solenoid goes. So it's really, really nice in that way. So essentially all you have to do is the 2 grip frame screws and unplug that wire, which is great. So you go ahead, unplug it, then you pop this one on there, screw the 2 grip frame screws back in, put the bolt back in, make sure that your regulator's installed, and boom, now you could shoot Mech, which is freaking awesome. Also, I have the IM Pro kit installed in here. You are definitely gonna want the IM Pro kit. One of the biggest issues I had with the DSR Plus when I first got it was like 6 pods, I'm out of paint in my 80. So I was like, what is going on? I don't know, maybe it was just me, whatever, but it wasn't very efficient. However, now I get up to 9 pods. I know that's not super amazing. I know it's not super great, but that's how much I get. If I'm being completely honest, I get 9 pods on my DSR Plus. So now I don't think you have to worry about efficiency anymore with this thing. It shoots ridiculously well. It shoots 9 pods. Honestly, that's all you're gonna need with this thing, in my opinion. The IM Pro kit, definitely worth it. It's under $90. Definitely buy the IM Pro kit. I have the DSR Plus here and I wanna show you guys what it sounds like so you guys can hear it and you guys can make the determination. Do you like the sound signature? Is it quiet? Is it loud? Whatever it is. But here it is. I'm using a Rode Mic Pro, so it's a pretty good mic, so hopefully you pick up the sound signature of the DSR Plus. Mind you, this does have the IM upgrade in it, so I don't know if that changes anything, but we'll see. So here's a Mech frame conversion. I'm gonna try and shoot as fast as I can. Now mind you, I am not the fastest at this, so bear with me, but I'm gonna do the best I can and allow you guys to hear the sound signature. I'll have a rotor just in case I actually do shoot faster than I actually think I can. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. You can shoot this thing pretty fast. It's pretty sweet. See my left hand. All right, guys, that is the Mech Dye DSR Plus. Both configurations sound really, really quiet. This marker is soft on paint and it's quiet. It's a great, great platform in that way. So if you want to shoot literally any paint you could think of, this thing's gonna shoot it. 5-star, it's gonna shoot it. Evil, it's gonna shoot it. Pro Char, top of the line stuff, it's gonna shoot it. You're gonna want to have this marker if you're in tournaments. It's gonna shoot anything you could think of. Overall, what do I think of the Dye DSR Plus? The only thing I can nitpick with this marker is doesn't come with a thumb wheel. It kills me. I just think it should, but that's just me. When you want to adjust the SFR, you have to take the grips off, right? So that's kind of annoyance. That's kind of why I don't really play with any grip screws in, but that's just me. But you got to take the grips off. Unlike the Geo3s where you can go ahead and adjust it on the fly without touching any grips, this one, you got to take the grips off. Now with the Mech frame does not come with a Regulator ASA combo. You'll have to buy one separately or go ahead and change that out every time you swap between both. So it's not the quickest change out there, that's for sure. Also, the grip frame itself is not the greatest grip frame. It has a bump in it because it was designed off of this one. That bump is just an annoyance to me. I don't think it should be there. I think they should have had that little thing removed. It would have been a lot nicer in the hands. Those are like my main gripes with this marker. Other than that, this thing shoots so nice. I don't know how Dye is selling M3 pluses. Now, one thing about this marker is it, like I said, great grips, a lot of space, nice trigger, even the stock trigger. Like there's no reason that I need the Billy Wing trigger, right? The stock trigger is great. The engine is really good, 115 PSI, works really great. The IM Pro, honestly, could have been a new marker. It could have been the Dye DSR 2, and everyone would have loved it because it's more efficient and all this stuff, and they could have changed a little bit of it. Now, this is a big deal. All right, there's a lot of competition in this bracket. The 170R, you have the Shocker Amp, you have the MacDev XDR, sort of, not really, right? The MacDev XDR is not super great. And then you have the Dye DSR Plus. Now this marker, in my opinion, is better than the Shocker Amp. It's better than the 170R. And honestly, the XDR doesn't even come close. I don't even know why you would even consider the XDR when this thing exists. This marker is incredible. Now that it has the IM Pro kit, which definitely you should buy. I know it's another 80 something, almost $90. It's worth it. Dye could have released a new marker. I'm surprised they didn't, because that's kind of their MO, right? They'll, oh yeah, let's just change this thing, it's a new marker. Oh, sweet. No, they went ahead and released it for 80 something dollars. That's a steal. In my opinion, that's incredible, and it made the marker better. A lot of people say, oh, it should have came with it. Okay, maybe, right? Maybe it should have came with those upgrades, but as they go along, they do more R&D, they find better ways to do things. Thankfully, they didn't make a new gun, right? They went ahead and provided an upgrade for us, which I personally, as a Dye DSR Plus owner in this instance, am very happy. It has a great mech frame. Is it the fastest mech frame out there? Well, it depends what you're comparing it to, right? I've shot an Adrenaline Lux. That thing is insane, right? Even Luxes, their firing is just incredible. This thing is unique, right? Is it going to be the fastest firing mech out there? I don't think so, but it does the job. And I love the trigger system. It feels great. It's very, very nice. I think if you're looking for best of both worlds, this is it. Yes, even better than the 170R. Yes, even better than the Shocker Amp. But that is just my opinion. The only reason I'm going to get rid of it is because I need to buy more markers for more reviews, because that's the only way I can keep this channel going, or else I would keep this thing forever. Okay, like this thing is incredible. If you're looking for a new marker, if you're looking for something that's really going to check all the boxes, this is it. This is the marker you're looking for, because nothing is like this thing, okay? If that makes sense. Nothing is like the Dye DSR Plus. So congratulations, Dye. You really hit it out of the park. I am incredibly impressed with this marker. Even if you're considering higher end markers like a Lux or an M3 Plus or a CS3 even, look into this first, please. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised and blown away, and you're gonna save yourself a lot of money. Look at the used market. These things don't sell for a whole lot, which is crazy to me, but if I were you, hold on to your DSR Pluses and don't sell them for cheap because they are totally worth it and you're gonna be hard pressed to find something better. All right guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, hit the bell because it really helps the channel out. I really appreciate you all and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Peace.